I just want to do a quick review of this book, Stolen Focus. Basically, I had a fairly positive 100-page check-in. I was feeling optimistic. I felt like the author was really backing up a lot of his reasoning with some good research, and also being transparent about when research was not exactly widespread enough to make conclusions, all of that. Long story short, this book got very boring, and I was like, is he testing my focus by writing a boring book? But I don't think that's what he was doing. Honestly, I just thought that like the anecdotes went a little bit too far. Honestly, I was expecting the book to be boring from jump, but in the beginning, the anecdotes is what made it not boring, because there was some narrative to it. But as it went on, it was just like the analogies he was using were just like super simple and like repeated. Like he would be using like four or five is an exaggeration, maybe two or three analogies for like a simple concept. And I understand that like some people, they just hear things differently and they might need it to be said like a slightly different way, but it just felt like he had a word count to hit. Like and by the end, like, yeah, I was dragging my feet through this book. So I don't think that it was necessarily anything revolutionary as well. I would say it was a far more positive experience in the beginning. And also, it kind of felt like it was a bit of a Trojan horse for some other issues that he wanted to tackle. Namely, there was a big part towards the end about climate change, which I have no problem with because, like, the earth is getting real crispy real bad and we need to clean that up. But also a fairly substantial amount about over diagnosing ADHD, which my antennas kind of went up on that because I know that that can get into a bit of a conspiracy theory type thing. And I also felt like it wasn't helpful for what this book is marketed as because it's about like how to think deeply again. And a lot of that portion was about ADHD in children, and how it may, affect you when you get older, but mostly was about overdiagnosing children. And I was like, well, I, it just didn't seem to really like apply a whole lot. So yeah, I'm kind of indifferent to it. I don't like. I'm not saying run for the hills, but I'm also not saying run to the bookstore.